we're here at CES in the Bloggers Lounge. This is actually day 3, although you'd think it was day 5.
It's got to be at least day 5.
It's empty.
That's all I can say.
It's empty.
It really is. The show this year is actually back to spanning over the weekend, and today is Saturday. And quite frankly, it's obvious a lot of people said, I don't work on weekends for my company. I'm going home.
Yeah.
We work for Gigahom, and we're more than happy to be here all weekend.
7x24, baby.
Yeah, that's right. But no, this is it's been an interesting show so far. Yesterday, we didn't get to do a daily wrap-up. Yesterday was kind of a strange day. I spent a lot of time looking at mids
At the Intel booth.
At the Intel booth, and was surprised maybe a little bit to see how interested everybody was. It was the biggest crowd of any display I've seen yet.
Small and mobile is a
And
big
so
deal
I
right
think
now.
people were big, and it probably helped a little bit that Intel was very loose in what they considered a mid, because they had EPCs
They
in
have to
there.
be. They have to be, though.
And a bunch of netbooks in there, quite frankly. But there were a lot of handheld mids, and the U mid was the one that was easily the most popular. It intrigued everybody, and all it is a simple little laptop. It's like this big, it seemed, and it looks like a little clamshell. And
some keyboard or
it had it's a real keyboard, but yeah, it's
small.
so small. What was interesting is it has a touch screen, and that screen, I believe, was a little under 5 inches and 1024 by 600. So that actually, if anybody looked at one of the original Sony UXs, that screen is the same. It's the same screen, I believe, and I found that very hard to work with. It gave me headaches after a while because it was so resolute, and that's what I'm concerned about the Sony Valp, which hopefully we're going to get to see that today and get you some hands-on look at it.
The good thing is now, and I've learned this in years past, if you wait until everybody kind of goes, the show's stampede is gone, and now you get some real good, plenty of time hands-on with whatever you want.
Yeah, they'll probably let us play with it quite a bit. And anyway, that's
maybe we can even get video of that. That would be good.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anybody
that's
do
kind of
that.
in our plans today.
Yeah,
I really want to see that thing because it looks pretty sweet.
does.
I've read several hands-on impressions so far that people have done, and they say it's very touch typeable, and that's
key.
That's very key for us, anyway.
Well,
I mean,
but with content creation, that's key.
writing,
Yeah, if you're
equals touch typing.
Basic web surfing, email, that kind of thing, you don't need, obviously, because you do that on smartphones today. So, I had a good 45 minutes with AMD yesterday, and
Cool.
I don't want to say we've overlooked them, but we obviously haven't covered them all that much. They haven't really come down into our space.
Right.
However, that DV2 that's by HP,
The thin and light one.
Thin and light. And
$700.
Now, yeah, I was going to say, hear me out on this one, because people are going to say, well, that's a notebook, not a netbook, and I tend to agree with you. But it starts at $699, and it's got an ATI, I think it's a 3800 series GPU in there, HDMI out, and we were driving Blu-ray 1080p externally through this DV2. And while a netbook has, it means different things to different people because of their purposes, for not much more, $699 is calling that not much more, you're getting something that's about 3.8 pounds, almost 4-hour battery life, thin like a Lenovo X301 or an Air. I mean, it's pretty darn thin.
Yeah.
$699, that's not bad. That's an
No,
interesting
it's
space to
not.
look
And
at.
I have personally evaluated several HP notebooks, bigger notebooks, with basically the same AMD processor and the ATI graphics. And they, like Kevin said, they are multimedia workforces. They really are.
You're not sacrificing much in performance there.
Yeah, and so this DV2 that, and I think we may have even have talked about on one of the daily wrap-ups, really impressed us because it's very thin and light.
Yeah.
And so, and it's $699, like you said, it's kind of coming into the netbook area a little bit. And so, and that's the starting price.
Yeah.
Street price What do you think we're going to see that get down to?
I
Probably
don't know.
about 550, I'll bet. Pretty quickly.
I would say that that's a possibility. We'll have to see. It's going to be very interesting to watch. So
Yeah.
it's a unique placement of a product. When I look at netbooks and notebooks, it's really smack in the middle.
It's a tweener.
It's a tweener, which, you know, people like Michael Gartenberg, who I respect immensely, say tweeners never really win. You know.
Except in this area, or in this respect, I find the DV2 is an actual regular notebook. So we're calling it tweener because of pricing, quite frankly.
That's true.
And
12-inch screen.
And thin and light.
Yeah.
But yeah, 12 actually is 13.
I think it's a 12-inch screen, but
Is it?
you could be
But
right.
anyway, it's a laptop. I
Yes.
mean, it's not a tweener in that regard.
Right.
So anyway, it's I was pretty impressed with it.
Today, I'd like to see Sony and get hands-on with the P, and really like to go over to Dell. I haven't seen anything at Dell yet. I haven't gotten to their area,
Yeah,
so I'm not too much on the Adamo because that's coming soon. I mean, we don't, you know. I want to see the Dell Mini 10. I'm very curious.
Yeah, if they have it out there, and I haven't heard anybody say they have it out here.
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
here.
it'll be
It's
there,
here.
then.
And actually, for fans of the Dell Mini 9, if you have read this morning, you can grab one for $99 right now, subsidized. So you get a $350 rebate on it. So it's $450. Sign up for AT&T, 2 years of data. You know, probably $60 a month.
Yeah, something like that.
You get your netbook for $99. So
Yeah.
still not sold on this whole subsidization model.
Well,
I don't think it needs
it
to be
doesn't.
done,
It
but-
doesn't really help that either that both you and I are not necessarily that big fans of integrated 3G anyway in a laptop. So I mean, we're kind of
That's true, but
not,
still,
not all sold
I
on
see
the idea
I see
to
it as
begin
the
with.
company's looking at a way to push netbooks further. And quite honestly, I don't think they need to. The trend's growing. It's hot. They're all over the place here. Last year was unheard of. Everywhere.
It's incredible.
Everywhere.
How many I've seen.
Yeah. So.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds
Yep.
in real world usage.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
It's cool to see.
All right, so we're gonna go finish up our Starbucks coffee. Thank you. Robert.
CES.
Yep. And we are gonna go hit the floor, which hopefully isn't as crowded.
That's right. And we'll be back soon, I'm sure.
See you.
Thanks.